Guys, we wanted to cover real quick the concept of the veracity of our sense perception, or the reliability of our sense perception, which is a problem that you have in philosophy to justify how it's so. I mean, we know that we do have reliability of our sense perception because we're able to do things in the world, we're able to operate in the world, but the question is, how is that possible? And as presuppositionalists, we accounted for the existence of laws of logic, the existence of uniformities in nature because of the Christian God. But along with that comes if it's the Christian God, it's the God of Scripture, then we take what the Scripture says regarding reality. And one of the things the Bible tells and reveals to us, is, give an example in Matthew chapter 16, Jesus is talking to the Pharisees and Sadducees, and he rebukes them. And he says in verse 2, he answered and said to them, "When it is evening, you say, it will be fair weather, for the sky is red. And in the morning, it will be foul weather today, for the sky is red and lowering. O ye hypocrites, you can discern the face of the sky, but can you not discern the signs of the times?" And so he's basically validating our sense perception. That sense perception is functional because God made us, put wisdom in the inward parts, and made us to have dominion over the earth. So if we're to have dominion over the earth, we have to be able to function in it. We have to be able to apply laws of logic to the material universe, to matter, to create, to apply ideas to it, to form it. These are built into our epistemology, that God made us in His image and tells us to have dominion over the earth. He reveals Himself through the natural order, the invisible things of Him from the creation of the world, the heaven declaring His glory, the sun and the moon and the stars are His ordinances. They're for signs and for seasons. So He created the world to communicate things to us, and He creates our sense perception with the capacity to receive this information. And He holds us accountable for this information. So the reason our sense perception works is because of what the Bible teaches about the Christian God, His design, and us being made in His image. And the reason that our sense perception can be misleading at times, Christians can account for both facets of this, is because of the presence of sin. The noetic effects of sin, that sin affects your reasoning capacity. Sin can affect your ability to perceive or misunderstand. And so the Christian worldview can account for this, whereas the other worldviews are stuck within this autonomous system where they can't get outside of themselves to validate their sense perception. We can validate our sense perception from the fact that God created it to be valid. He created us to have sense perceptions that allow us to function in the world, and that He will hold us accountable for it. So I'll put some verses in the description below, but keep that in mind when you're talking to skeptics, all right?